Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I'm here this afternoon for Revolutionary Girl Utena. Utena won the poll, so it is going to be my Thursday slot show. The primary Thriller Thursday show. I'm going to keep watching Karakuri Circus also on Thursdays, at least if it gets a little bit better, because it's kind of gone downhill recently. I hope it gets better. If it really doesn't get better, then I'll drop it and we'll have another Thriller Thursday poll. Except that, wait, I have this sheet. Here it is. Yeah. So, oh, yeah. The only thing that airs this coming season on Thursday is a show that I don't think is gonna be good, and it's Revisions. I don't think it's gonna be good, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway because it intrigues me, but I don't think it's gonna be good. So yeah, there won't be like an easy, obvious replacement for it. I'm already talking like Karakuri is dead. I don't think Karakuri's dead. I hope not. I hope it comes back because I really want to like the show. But anyway, that's sort of besides the point. Beside the point, I should say. Because the point is, Utena won the poll. It went head to head against Shiki, and doubled the number of votes that Shiki got. I think at the end of the patrons only poll, Utena had 16 votes and Shiki had 8. So, big win for Utena. But for those of you who are cheering for Shiki, I've got other good news, which is that I recently finished Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress as my late night with Teeaboo slot, and I'm going to replace it with Shiki. I'm going to watch Shiki as my next unscheduled late night with Teeaboo thing. Which is good because, like, I don't have a lot to talk about during Shiki. I don't feel like I can add that much to it. And a big part of that is that, like, I'm just not well versed in film theory enough to be able to point out all the things that it's doing right in terms of building a slow burn horror thriller type thing, but I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. So I'm going to keep watching it, and I'm just going to do it in the spot for late night when I'm not necessarily expected to do deeper analysis. I'm sort of in the back of my head, I'm brewing a video which might end up being one of my first, like, real video essays on just what Shiki is doing right in the first few episodes. Like, there are a few elements that I can definitely pull out and talk about. The way that the shots are composed, the heavy use of Dutch angles, the lighting choices and stuff like that. But I'm not quite at the point where I've got a thesis about it yet that I really want to argue. At this point, the argument is just like, Shiki, good horror, well done. And I think it's kind of a good video to make because from what I've seen in people like reviewing Shiki, a lot of people didn't get the first few episodes and found them boring or like a drag. And I'd like to put forward the position that they're extraordinarily well done, and like rarely have I seen more effective horror directing. It's really well done. But I'm gonna need to dive deep and like actually go and do some research on the film theory stuff behind it to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. That I don't just blather about opinions and I can actually like dive into it and analyze it and stuff. But if I decide to do that, then I'll do that. Anyway, that's again beside the point, because the point is Utena won the poll, and so we're gonna watch episode 2 of Revolutionary Girl Utena today. I'm quite happy about this. I was sort of not so subtly rooting for Utena to win the poll because it just seems like a show that I can pull a lot more out of. And you know, I know going in that it's a deconstruction of the magical girl genre, created by people who were working on the magical girl genre in the form of Sailor Moon. So there's a lot here, and I'm not as familiar as I could be with magical girls as a genre, so I might not be picking up on all the tropes. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what I pull out of it. Last time on Utena, we met our girl. We met, we were sort of introduced to this school, and it was all sort of lightning fast paced, but it didn't feel like it was rapidly paced at all. It felt like a really good introductory episode. We're introduced to this student council, and they're all, schemers. Very, very Kill la Kill for Divas feel. I feel like Kill la Kill pulled a lot of that from Utena. Just a guess. And Utena herself wants to be a prince because she was, in her sort of hazy memories, she was given this rose ring by a prince. Okay. Yeah, she wants to be a prince, very gender bendy, which is interesting, but hasn't been really well fleshed out yet. It's just been introduced as a concept. She's super good at traditionally boy stuff, like basketball and things like that. She has girls fawning over her all the time. She's very much a, what would you say? Like, not a shonen protag, because shonen protags are usually a bit more wimpy, but like that confident guy at the school archetype. The cool dude, The cool dude archetype. That's what she's fitting into much better than the magical girl hero archetype. So that's interesting. Anyway, she challenges some dude with green hair. I don't remember his name. Fuck. Soji, something like that. I think it's Soji, actually. Toji? I don't fucking know. Anyway, she challenges him to a duel, doesn't really know what she's dueling for or anything like that, but she is dueling for the Rose Bride, Anthe, and she wins, and now Anthe is hers. Just like, ta-da! I'm yours now. I'll do whatever you tell me. Oh, okay, Anthe. Of course, Utena doesn't really have any interest in, like, lording over Anthe the way that green-haired douchebag dude was. So, yeah, I don't know. This is the start of their relationship, and the first step for Utena in fighting a bunch of people in duels. I assume from the way the episodes are titled that this is going to be Duel 2, and there will be a duel at the end, and there will probably be a duel at the end of every episode, because it's gonna follow, like, formulaic magical girl type stuff. And if there's ever not a duel at the end of an episode, I'm going to open my eyes really wide. Be like, what the fuck? You might notice, like, shafts of light all over my face and shit. That's because the sun happens to be, like, right there out my window, and I don't have a blackout curtain. I'm going to consider putting one up. And then the wind is blowing like crazy, so there are, like, trees going back and forth, so it might happen. Just saying. Anyway, let's get into the episode. I do unfortunately have to do these as timers. I was really hoping that because this is a bit of an older series, that it wouldn't be registered on Content ID and I would be able to just throw the whole video in the video. I cannot do that, unfortunately. So YouTube will be timer-based versions, and then there will be picture-in-picture versions up for patrons, the way that I always do. So, let's get into Utena, episode 2. Shall we? We shall. Before we do that, chill stuff. Like it if you like it, sub if you're not, and you want more. There's gonna be more. I'm gonna watch this whole series all the way through, and then this is just one slot in my entire weekly lineup, which I think has 14 total slots minus the late night and the daily. So I've got like 16 shows that I'm watching. That doesn't sound right. It might be less than that. Is it? I think Saturday balances it out. I think it's 16. Oh, whatever. I'm watching a lot of shows, so if you like what I do and the way I comment on stuff, then there's a ton more. I think I've got like 360 some videos up now in like 2.5 months. Holy shit. And if you are subbed and you're not getting notified that my videos exist, the bell is like supposed to be the way to help with that. I don't know. If you really like this content, or you really like Utena, and you want to watch the next one will be up on Patreon sometime today if you're seeing this on YouTube. So I release the episode and then I immediately start recording the next one, and then it takes a couple hours to render it out and stuff and get it up. But yeah, I'm recording this on the 27th of December. So if you're watching this a week from then the next one's up, or it will be within a few hours. So patreon.com/Teeaboo, it's a place. We'll have more polls coming because other shows are ending, and Discord access, and early access, right? Weekly early access to any of the shows that I'm watching that are like already out, where I'm not watching something as it airs. Boop. Okay. Let's get into this video. Beep beep timer. There will be a beep beep timer if you're new to the channel. If you're old to the channel and you've already seen some of my videos, then you know what this is. But if you're new to the channel, there will be a beep beep timer. It'll go boop, 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 beep. And on the beep and the green light, that is the same frame, exact same frame that VLC starts playing on my screen. So if you're playing along with your own media, that's when you probably want to hit the button. For your reference, I am using the Schwedes version, the Blu-ray disc, 1080p. It's 265, so AGVC or Havoc encoded, 10-bit AAC videos. That's the version that I'm using. So if you want to go and acquire the exact same version from Nya, that's where I've gotten it from. It's totally legal means. If you don't know what Nya is, I have a video called How to Torrent Anime, and it'll tell you everything about Nya. If you do know what Nya is, then you can acquire this from there and watch along with the same version. Otherwise, wherever you're getting it, if you're playing along, that's when you want to hit the button. Okay? Okay. I think it's on YouTube. I think the whole of Utena is on YouTube, at least in English dub. I'm not sure if the sub is. But yeah, it gets blocked, which sucks. Especially because the whole thing is on fucking YouTube. But it's on YouTube by the company that has distribution rights. Anyway, PvP timer goes here. Holy shit, 15 minutes already. Lots of shot reuse from the first episode. Okay. Which is to be expected. They're matte painted backgrounds. It's not cheap to make. Okay, Duel 2. So for whom the rose smiles is for whom the bell tolls. She's still pissed at her? Sionji. Nah. 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 Wakaba. Nah. Ignored. Damn. That was cold. Wow, that voice acting. Context. Yeah, I've got a little bit too much of that right now. Hello. She's joining your class now. What does that mean, though? Hmm. But the inside? Nobody around. Party time! Look, you got a disco star thing. Anthony's already there? Oh. 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 Oh, she's just... Oh, okay. Just a dream. Oh, Anthy's already there. Ha! Not anymore. It's not a coincidence. But why? It's the rose seal. They're gonna challenge you. Yep. But if you don't, they'll take Anthy. Oh, Sayonji Mad Boy. Exchange diary? What does that mean? I love that we've got a comic relief animal character. Oh, Saionji's doing a thing, huh? She's not engaged you anymore. You lost. Yeah. Until you weren't anymore. She doesn't have to take that from you. No, you. Yeah. Choo-choo, don't. Don't, bro. Not worth it. Nah. Oh. Choo-choo, no. Choo-choo, no. Except then Anthe gets... Oh. Oh, so this happens. Okay. Shadow. What? Oh, I see. Haha. Are we gonna repeat this whole sequence? You have no idea how many times I've listened to that in the last week. Staircase? We're repeating it shot for shot. Is this a transformation sequence? Holy shit, it is. Wait, what? What about her character design changes? She gets this, like, chain thing. She's got like a little skirt thing and shoulder pads and a little chain thing. Holy shit, it's a transformation sequence. I know enough about magical girls to know that. Sick. Nope. What is this song? What is this song? Okay. Whoa. That's the prince dude. Wait, what? What? You tell me. Oh. Hello. Might be harder than I thought. Sure. Hmm. Previews are a no. All right? These are previews. Okay. Nope. Okay. Duel 2, For Whom the Rose Smiles or the Bell Tolls. Magnolia Waltz. Is that a real book? Magnolia Waltz. Oh. Okay, Chiho Saito, I believe is yep, she's the mangaka. Okay, so, that's kind of cute and self-referential. So, Waltz in a White Dress is one of the first series by Chiho Saito. And the sequel to the first part of it, the second part of it, is called Magnolia Waltz. It was made in 1994, and Utena was made in 96, 97. So, I don't know, is this just poking fun at her? I don't know, there's no, like, plot summary or anything like that. Yeah, no idea. But, little cute self-referential thing going on there. Okay. We got a really... let's look at it, because it was gorgeous. The scene in the elevator with the bad boys and girls in the elevator, talking about weird shit. You know, we are... Yeah, here we go. We are the chick. The world is our egg. So we start off with one guy in here, right? Oh no, we start with nobody, and then we pass a floor, and there's one guy, one shadow. We pass another floor in there, 2. Pass another floor in there, 3. It's really quite cool. I really like this sequence a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot. They receive letters from End of the World, so it's quite possible that they don't know who or what End of the World is. They've referred to End of the World as they before. And all of the student council members receive letters from them, which give them instructions, which they are apparently free to follow. Yeah, they're free to follow them as they see fit. So, or I assume not to follow them. So they're more just informational letters, from what I gather. Like, if you do this, then this will happen, and they have the choice whether they want to do it or not. Because they said that, like, when we opened the door with our rings, the Phantom Castle and the Power of Dios, or the Sword of Dios, or whatever, appeared, as was foretold by the End of the World, right? So I get the idea that the End of the World's letter was something along the lines of, if you open this door with these rings and become these duelists or whatever, then Phantom Castle will appear, and if you blah 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 blah, then power to bring the world revolution. Yeah, so the one who wins the duels and is engaged to the Rose Bride can enter the Mirage Castle, or the Phantom Castle, and gains the power to bring the world revolution. Which raises the question for me, like, why hasn't Saionji or any of the previous owners of, or like engaged to the Rose Bride people, ever tried to do that? Why haven't they been able to? Because I assume there's something beyond that, like the weird prince spirit that came from the sky. We'll talk about that when we get to it. So another question would be, is Utena receiving letters from the End of the World, and will she? Is the only, like, are these people chosen by the End of the World specifically, beyond having the rings? Or, like, does having the rings cause the End of the World to just, like, figure out your home address and start sending you letters? I don't know. Anthe shows up in her room, or is already in her room and is being a cute maid. Okay. And we sort of like lampshade that nothing is going to be explained. Which is kind of cute and very much a magical girl show type thing. Like, yeah, we have powers. They come from place for reasons. you know, she asks, what about the castle and that weird sword and your like glowing light powers and shit? And he's just like, I don't know. Mysteries. Okay. Alrighty then. We meet Choo Choo, who has instantly gained a special place in my heart, and I cannot wait to see more of this cute comic relief animal character, which is again a very magical girl trope thing to have, like an animal companion for comic relief. It's taking the piss a little bit. Yeah. I don't know what Saionji... What was the actual word that Saionji used for exchange diary, and is that a weird translation? Does that mean, like, fight diary? Does he mean, like, an exchange of blows? Is that the context of it, or the connotation? I don't know, but I would like to know. So if anybody knows what he says when he says exchange diary, let's go and find it. I can just listen to it and see if it's, like... I'm not going to recognize the words, because they're weird words. Okay, right. Great, okay. Chanto Kokan? I don't know. Any native Japanese speakers know what the fuck he just said? Because I don't, and I would like to. Yeah, is there like some context to that? Because what is an exchange diary? Kokan Nikki. Replacement? Okay, Kokan translates to exchange. What about Kokaniki? What does this mean? There's a Wikipedia page on it in Japanese. Translate, please. It's a type of diary. Oh, it's a companion diary. Oh, so you like you share diaries among friends, and you write a message in the diary in turn, and like then you pass it on to somebody else. Oh. So I wonder if the diary is a thing passed down from one champion to the next. Maybe. I don't know. If anybody has, like, knows the deeper meanings of this, then I welcome your comments, please. But, I don't know. And then somebody says something about, those who oppose... Oh, this is when Saionji meets Utena and challenges her and smacks Anthe. Don't smack my Anthe. Those who oppose the student council vanish. That's just part of the rules. Like, die? Or are expelled? Or just vanish with no explanation? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just bad juju happens to you if you deny the student council or oppose the student council. So, don't fuck with that. The Shadow Puppet Girls are probably going to make an appearance in every episode, I'm guessing. They've been set up as our sort of weird narrator things that gossip about what's going on in the duels and stuff. And in this case, they took on like cowboy roles, like in a gunfight duel, which was kind of cute, kind of interesting. Losing may be harder than you think. Is that because they, whatever they are, knew that the prince thing was gonna, like, possess her body and give her the powers of something? I don't know. I'm kind of lost here. Yeah, losing may be harder than you think. Or is it just that you're not going to be willing to do that because you give a shit about Anthe? Or you're growing to? The Zetai, Unmei Mokushiroku, the Absolute Destiny Apocalypse sequence. It's a transformation sequence. And it's fucking hilarious. View it in that light. Okay. Like, ooh, yikes. Whoops. Anthe, like, reaches out, right? And then, where is it? Yeah, okay. So, let's look at her outfit beforehand. Do we get any up-close shots of her? Yeah, okay. So she doesn't have a like, white lace thing under her jacket. And one of the things that magical girls, like, they always get skirts, right? They always get, like, floofy skirts in their transformation sequences. So she gets a single layer floofy skirt, which is given as, like, a fan service shot, right? She gets a layer of lace or whatever under her jacket and a chain and shoulder pads. This is actually hilarious. And then we get a panning shot of her whole body so that we can see all the differences, which are super minimal. And how long is the sequence? 1722. Okay, so from Zetai... Okay, it's a minute and a half. It's a full minute and a half transformation sequence that consists of her walking up a flight of stairs and getting a little chain and shoulder pads and a skirt. Excellent. And then we see this weird fucking thing where this spirit thing, we see our first Utena pulling the sword from Anthe, and I've actually seen this image, like, right, with the sword, and yeah, some of that portion. I've seen images of that because it's fucking cool, and people post that places, you know, because it's like a really cool shot. I assume we're gonna get the exact same shot reused multiple times, or like every episode. So I've seen that. We get our first that. That's pretty cool. It might get old after like 30 episodes, but we'll see. And then they fight. Utena gets knocked down. The way that they do the battle is kind of cool to me. They've got this like single sort of just really quick moving black outline of like castle. What do you call those? Ramparts? Ramparts. Let's call them ramparts. I don't know if that's accurate. And it just moves around, and that gives them a sense of like space and speed of the camera moving. Even though the angle on their fight is really not changing, this just makes it easier to animate, which is kind of cute. And then they're fighting, and then he totally Shreks her, right? Yeah, with a kick. And this roll is, I wanted to look at specifically. Ooh. Actually, I guess I want to look at that whole kick. Because it's pretty cool. Because there's like some really interesting stretchy, impacty oh! Yeah! That's such a great frame. His foot kind of just becomes like a stretchy blur. And then immediately rebounds to its normal shape. And she just like, boom! Flies back. And then tumbles. Ow. You really feel that. It's great. It's really well done. And then, he looks like a rose when he's falling with the cape above, and his feet is a stem, you know? Also, yeah, the song. What the fuck is the song? What? It's like the history of life. Why? Why? I don't know. Yeah, he looks like a rose falling. That's definitely intentional. And then he like falls into her, and then instead of animating it, they just put a spiraling white rose over it. It's taking the piss. And they do it again when they clash. Instead of actually animating the clash. Spiraling white rose, and then it's over. And then his spirit just like drifts out. Okay. This is a weird show. This is a weird show, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah. Good stuff. I'm gonna wrap it up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Revolutionary Girl Utena, episode 2. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have, and as always, I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.